Have you ever recorded a whole entire video and then bring it into Final Cut Pro just to realize you recorded the whole thing on mute? Yeah, I just did that. Anyway, hello, I'm Doc Rock, your content creation coach. Today, I just wanted to come in real quick and talk to you about the brand new 24-inch M1 iMac. Whoa! Absolute heater. I'm like, woo, over the roof. I kind of sort of want one because it comes in purple, but let's just talk about if I think it's a good fit for content creators. Let's talk about it. Yes, I'm gonna just make this really short for you. If you are in the market and you need a computer right now, yes, the answer is yes. If you're like, oh, I want to wait until the next generation comes out, you're probably one of those people that are always waiting and you're never going to be satisfied. So, hey, well, maybe it's not for you. But I think it is a dope computer for content creators right now, and you should definitely dive in. Let's start out with number one, the size, the format. Like, that new format is sick. I love the fact that it comes with 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports in the back, or Thunderbolt 3 USB 4 ports in the back and 2 USB-C ports. I love the fact that it has a MagSafe adapter where you plug the Ethernet cable into the brick, which will be on the floor. So you have like one cable coming up to your computer from the floor for cleanliness. That's just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. The 1080p camera is dope. Now for me, I'm going to end up using an external camera like the Sony a6400 or the ZV-1 or the a7 III or something like that. But for a general use person, yes, that 1080p web camera is going to be dope. And because of the M1 processor and all of the image processing involved, you will get a pretty clean picture. It'll be something similar to, say, like the iPhone 12 Pro. Similar processor, similar neural mechanics in order to fix the image and make it look dope. So yeah, I think that'd be good. Now, as a streaming computer, it will require a lot of light in order to get the image as crisp as possible. But just know that it is a decent camera. It's much better than what we have now. The speaker system is not going to really matter in this particular case, because what many people end up doing is plugging in something like 2 HomePod minis. But it is nice. They're always tweaking their speaker systems. They're trying to bring that spatial sound like we get inside the AirPod Pros. So I think that part is there. It's decent for content creators for when you are not necessarily creating, but when you're editing or listening or trying to get in the vibe writing your script, you'll have good, clear, nice, clean music to listen to while you're on your lo-fi hipster vibe, while you're getting your work done. So there's that. I guess performance-wise, it is the same-ish, and I don't mean ish like in poop emoji, but I mean ish like similar, like the actual ish. It is the same-ish to the M1 Mini and the M1 the M1 MacBook Pro. So I think performance will be the same, with one caveat. The MacBook Pro has a thermal heat pipe. Okay, English is a second language. Hi. The thermal heat pipe allows it to run pretty well before it starts to throttle because it's getting too hot. The M1 Mini, I've thrown everything at it. It never gets hot. It never slows down. The iMac, because of its size, will have better heat distribution and therefore better thermal mechanics, and should be the little bit faster than all the rest. But I mean, it's minor. It's not something that you're going to run into unless you're on a really long render. But I do believe that the performance of these are incredible. Even at only 16 gigs, this 16 gig Mac Mini has never given me a problem. And prior to that, when I had the little brother, the 8 gig Mac Mini, it never coughed once. It just did what it did. Basically, they're claiming 5 streams of 4K video without a drop frame. Most people don't even edit like that. So, hey, I think it'll be perfectly fine for general content creation. Now, really, really long form video, editing on a 24-inch monitor will kind of suck, but that's just me. I prefer to edit on a larger monitor, and it can handle it though. It can absolutely handle it. Now, in theory, it should run one external display like this iMac I have over here right now, which is a fully loaded 2020 with the 5700 XT and 64 gigs of RAM. It runs another monitor perfectly fine. The M1 M1 Mini over here runs also the same 34-inch LG and another 27-inch Dell perfectly fine. I think because of that one display is taken care of, similar to the MacBook Pro, you're going to be able to add one external display. And in theory, you can run an external display up to the XDR Pro display, which is 6K. So I think it's fine for that. And yeah, I mean, the design wise is really dope. It comes in fancy colors. I can get purple. That makes me excited. I think if I had to tell someone right now, if you really need a new content creation computer and you want to drop like, you know, 15, 1600 bucks, the iMac would be the way to go. It is fast enough. It is very sleek. It's kind of cool looking, and it will do a lot. Now, if you are a person that's out here shooting, you know, raw 10-bit and whatever, yes, it'll handle it, but you're probably not going to want to do that on an everyday basis. And you're probably also going to want some really fast external storage. And so I did make a video about that. I'll put that in the cards up here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a buy rating instead of a pass. And, you know, the guys of you that is like, I'm waiting for the next, like, you know, pro thing to come out. Yeah, maybe August, maybe October, but you're always going to be waiting. You know, the way I see it, you could get this guy now and crank out, I don't know, 3 or 4 projects and have enough to buy the other one then, and then sell this. Or yeah, give it away for charity. Like, stop tweaking over, I'm going to wait, because people who be waiting be always waiting. Y'all still sitting around waiting for the 16-inch MacBook Pro, which, I mean, 14-inch MacBook Pro, which may or may not come. So you're waiting for something you don't even know if it's coming. Like, in that time frame, you could have already done the work and made the money 3-4 times over. And if you're not there yet, then don't buy anything. Just use what you got. That's a wrap. I will come back later and talk about the iPad Pro with the M1. That's a whole different conversation. I didn't want to cloud this video and make it 43 hours long, so I'm going to separate it. But if you really want to know about that iPad Pro, make sure you come back. So press the like button, press the subscribe button, ring the bell so you'll be notified whenever I make another video. Now watch the video that's coming up on screen next.